What is going on, everybody? Bandit here. Welcome to a game called The Forest. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, this game is a very scary sometimes and mature game. It is an open world survival game where you play a gentleman who is on an island and he is trying to survive and harvest what he needs to eat and drink and such. I have been playing this game since its first release in early alpha development, which was probably 3 years ago. About 3 weeks ago, it was released in the full release version 1.0, and I have not touched this game. Actually, I haven't even had it installed for about 6 months, so I can guarantee you that there's going to be a lot different than I have seen, especially because it's in full release mode. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a new game. Normal mode. Okay, so here we are in this beautiful airplane. I'm guessing it's a 747. This is our lovely son, Mr. Timmy. He is so gorgeous. So he has a book that he was reading, I'm assuming, until he fell asleep. Let's check that out. To Timmy. Survival book. I had a feeling. Oh, great. I have a feeling that book's going to come in handy. Oh, boy.
Flight attendants and cabin crew, please.
Oh, we're on the ground. Turn it down a little bit. We are on the ground and we have crashed. Okay, you definitely look a lot different. What the hell? No, come on, man. You're my son. So another cool thing I heard about from somebody is that with the full release there is now multiple endings. I have never actually completed the game to get an ending. It was very difficult to get to that point after exploring like every single cave and getting all this other equipment that you need. So we're gonna go through and pick up all the stuff. There's gonna be stuff laying all around here. Pills, soda, food. So if you look in the bottom right corner, that white stomach icon is obviously our food. The one to the left of it, the blue water drop, is the water. The red one on the left is our health. And then the two blue icons on the far right are stamina. The reason that there's two icons, I guess they don't have the metal pan anymore. I'm used to seeing it here. Oh, there it is. Oh, what the heck? I guess that's only multiplayer. You can pick that up. But, so the light blue stamina goes down immediately. Like, that's your immediate active stamina. As you can see, as I run, it goes down. When I stop running, it fills back up. So the dark blue meter goes down slowly over time. The light blue meter cannot go over the dark blue one. So if you spend a long time running around, jumping up and down, fighting cannibals, for instance, which, yes, there are cannibals in this game, can be quite scary, especially in the caves. So if you spend a long time doing such things like that and you don't eat or drink or get any kind of energy, you will have a problem because your energy will not fill up. So pretty much the beginning of the game, you just go around breaking the suitcases, getting materials. The most important material early game is cloth, which is here. So you got cloth and chocolate. If you look down on the bottom left, whenever I pick something up, you'll see what it is, like stick collected. So if you don't know what it is, then that's what it'll tell you. Just mainly break open as many cases as you can. Collect rocks, collect sticks. I would say the first half of the first day is very easy. I would also suggest not hanging around the half of the plane that you crashed in. Although it may seem like that's a good idea, but the cannibals will come in and investigate it in a couple hours. So don't stay nearby. Hey, look, a bird. Let me see if I get some feathers. There's one. There's... Okay, I think I got one. Oh, I got all three. So pretty much if you see a bird, just like when you swing at it, just keep hitting E as fast as you can, and you see there I picked up the feathers and I didn't even think I got them. I tell you what, this is a lot more good looking than it used to be. Oh, Mr. Guy. I keep missing him. Come on. Man, I wanted some lizard meat. Come back here. Whatever. I'll get you later when I can make a bow. I'm actually going to head down here. Because there's... So you don't take fall damage, at least not from like... Unless you jump from a really big height. But there is fall damage in the game. And you might see that icon, that means to drink the water. I would not advise it unless it is an emergency and you are dying of dehydration. Then go ahead and do it. Otherwise, you get sick and you lose a good bit of your... I'm trying to think, passive stamina, I think I'll call it. Oh, look, a cave entrance. No thanks. So there are things in this game that are a little more complicated. Sort of like a wellness thing. So if you press B to open up your book, that's what it'll tell you right away. But if you go down to... Oh, this has changed a lot. If you go down to stats... It tells you how you're feeling, your sanity, your weight, your strength, and your athleticism. So those both start at 20, and they will slowly go up or down depending on what you do. Athleticism, I think, doesn't really go down unless you just kind of like sit around or stand around and do nothing. Strength, there's some sort of ratio to chopping trees down, like the number of trees you chop down per day and the number of food you eat per day, and then your strength will slowly go up. And this is also here, I've never seen that before. Armor, cold armor, and stealth. So you can make armor and cold armor out of lizard skin and rabbit fur. And if you add leaves to the lizard skin, you will make stealth armor, which is very good in certain parts. The other cool thing that I read about on the Steam store page is that a new mechanic that they introduced is that when you duck, you see at the very bottom center of the screen there's a little eyeball symbol. The more white that symbol is, the more you can be seen. If I go into a bush, you can see it almost disappears. At night, it will disappear completely. There will be no white, which means you cannot be seen at all if you're crouching in a bush at night. Now, if you have your lighter out, you'll see it goes back up to like max. So, whenever you're hiding, make sure to put your lights away. Oh, come here, bunnies. Oh, case. I'm gonna see if I can make a bow real quick. I need rope. Nice. Feathers, but I need feathers to make arrows. Oh, you just dodged death, my friend. I didn't realize how many cases were out here in this open field. That's kind of weird. Oh, you just threw a feather out when you flew away. I didn't even know that was a thing. Almost got you. How many feathers do I have now? So 5 feathers and 1 stick makes 5 arrows. Alright. Now, the other thing is, a lot of games, you know, they have like a hot bar at the bottom with like the 1 through 6 keys or something. This game does a little different. You hover over your backpack, you'll see 1 through 4. They are originally set by what order of things you pick up in the beginning of the game, which is why I always get the X first. If you right click on the backpack and then right click on an item, combine, and then you press the number on your keyboard. So 4, and now my bow is set to number 4. When I get other things, I will change their... Hey, that was a feather. When I get other things, I will change their number. I like to break these, by the way, because they will build them, and the less there are, the less influence I think they have. And I was actually just getting ready to try to figure out where I am, but judging by that, it's kind of easy where I am. So, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, hey, I see you guys down there. Okay, there's a lot. I'm gonna go this way. 'Cause no thanks. I'm not trying to fight like a 6-pack all at once. Hit 6-pack. So pretty much anything in this game is destroyable. You can chop down trees, you can chop down bushes, rocks are the only thing, or should I say boulders. These are the only thing that you cannot do anything with. The only good thing about these large rocks is that birds will land on them, and then they'll give you a perfect spot to smash them. Also, depending on what shelter you build, birds will land on your shelter, but you kind of have to damage your own shelter in order to kill the birds. So rocks are a better answer for that. Alright, let's see. So those mountains were north. That was actually, those snowy mountains are the complete northern part of the map. The map is always the same, or at least it used to be. However, the spawn point for the plane is not. Now, from what I'm trying to remember from 6 months ago, last time I played, there might be 6 spawn points. Where I'm actually headed is down south. I want to make a base by the beach, but not on the beach, because cannibals patrol the beach. As you could tell on that, when I was down there, there was a whole shitload of them on the beach. And that's kind of what they do. The more inland you are, the more safe you are, and the more places you have to hide. But also at night, it might be a little scary. I remember the first time I was playing this game. It was quite freaky at night. You started hearing noises. And the one thing that people talk about a lot is that, like, try to be quiet at night. Like, don't chop trees. don't have your lighter or your flashlight out unless you absolutely need it for some reason. That is a big tree, and I know you cannot cut it down, so why is it here? Is it marking something? Guess not. Let's head down this way. I really hope I'm getting closer. Oh, yep, I am. Yep, I'm almost there. Because that tree straight ahead in the distance, all by itself, marks one of the spots for the revolver, I think it's called. I can't remember what it's called. It might be a flintlock pistol, but it's a gun. There are a bunch of different parts, and this is where we're headed to, that yacht. I want to go on the yacht, but I also want to make my base. Where the tip of this axe is, right in those woods there. Try to find a safe way down. Here we go. I'm gonna run out there right now. And there are suitcases spread all over the place, which kind of makes you wonder, like, how long you were passed out for in the plane. Because how could these suitcases just be scattered over the entire island? Oh, wait, I know. It's just a game. Yeah, that's a good explanation. And I don't know if you saw that, but I was just picking up these little tiny pebbles, small rock, slingshot ammo. Didn't even know that. Didn't even know there was a slingshot in the game. That's kind of freaking cool. Oh, look, booze. Oh, computer. So from computers you get circuit boards, which you can make bombs. Oh look, turtles. Hi! What's up, little guy? Oh, you guys are so cool. I love turtles. There we go. Now it's dead. I'm sorry, Mr. Turtle. I had to do it. I need to have one of your shells in order to make a water collector. Hey, as long as you know, don't kill anything unless you absolutely need it for food or food, and make sure you always use all of its parts, which is what I'm gonna do. Holy crap! So another thing in this game that we haven't really talked about or seen is herbs in the forest. So these right here are coneflower, I believe. Chicory. So I think you can carry 10 of every herb. This is coneflower. You can use them in order to mix and make like a natural medicine. Okay, there are also berries on the island. If the berries are blue like this, they're edible. Eat them. They are delicious. Later on, you can craft a pouch to collect the berries and actually make or plant your own berry bushes. See, like these? Blueberries. I'm trying to find the bad ones. The bad ones are black. And surprisingly enough, they are called blackberries. And they are used to make poison-tipped arrows and other poison-tipped stuff. So, pretty much, anytime you see... So you don't have, like, a maximum carry weight in this game. What you do have, however... Each item has its own maximum quantity. So, right now, sticks are 10, rocks are 5, but you can craft a bag that'll double these numbers. Arrows, I believe, are 25, but you can craft a quiver to double that number. I think that's all you can increase your space for. I think skulls are 5. No, 4. Maybe they might be 5. I don't know if I even found that many skulls. So literally, if you find an item, pick it up. You can carry everything. There is no problem with that. Is this where I want to be? Yes, this is exactly. This clearing is usually where I make a base. But for now, I think I'm just going to sit it like right in this tree line. So you open your book. Go to shelters. Now, temporary shelter is good if you are in a cave or something and you need to save, because you do save at the shelters. However, if you sleep in a temporary shelter, it will, I'm trying to think of the right word. I was going to say it will blow up when you wake up, but it will fall apart when you wake up. It will be destroyed. It is a one-time use. You can save as many times as you want. You can only sleep once. So this is great for caves. Just sticks and leaves. However, for here, hunting shelter is what we need. So you hold R to rotate, or at least that's what I have it set to. E to set. Just mash E. You'll see the items go in automatically. We need 1 more rock and 7 logs. I see a rabbit. I want to shoot it. Oh, the other thing I like about this game is that you do get your arrows back. Rabbit ran away. I guess that scared him. That makes sense. Yeah, see? Birds all around here. It's getting dark. There's a whole bunch of sticks all around me. Yeah, now I'm full. Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, what? Also, the way you're facing is the way that the tree will fall when you cut it. So pretty much my plan for this episode is just to get a small base going, definitely nothing gigantic. And you kind of like jump and push it. That's usually what I do, and then ride it down. By the way, if a tree lands on you, it will kill you in 1 hit. So don't get under trees. If you're playing multiplayer and someone is cutting a tree down, just don't get near it, because they will kill you. Also, if a tree lands on anything you've built, it will destroy it, or at least damage it. If it lands on your walls, on your buildings, on your campfire, on any of your storage things. I'm trying to let me show you what I mean by storage things. So these logs right here, if I don't do anything with them for the next few minutes, they will just disappear. They'll despawn. In order to save loose items, let me go back to the index, storage, log holder. Now there's a trick to these. Rotate it this way. I can place it. Now, I've placed it. But you see there's a bunch of icons now. If I hit R, you can change the size of it. Now, of course, it's going to take 26 sticks instead of 16. However, this is at my base, and I want it to be as big as possible, so I'm going to make it that big. And even after you start putting things, you see R is still there. I can still change the size of it if I want to. And it will keep the items there. And obviously holding V underneath the X cancels the blueprint, and it will drop all the resources on the ground. So now I need to just get some sticks. I could have sworn I just seen a stick on the ground. guess I got it. What's up, rabbit? You want to get shot? Yeah, so that's what you get sticks from these really thin plants, anything like that. You will not ever get sticks from trees. You will not ever get sticks from bushes. Although I think there is one type of bush where you will get one stick from. I need 6 more sticks. That, I was just getting ready to say, right there. That was the one. Oh, I just hit my house. Great. Alright, a couple more I think ought to do it. Feathers sitting on the ground. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I do apologize, but I have allergies for the first time in my life, and they are absolutely awful. And as you might know, allergy medication is very expensive, which I cannot afford. V? Okay, don't know why I have it set to that key, but whatever. Anyway, so got a nice log holder. I might cut down some more trees. Obviously, I'm going to set up a couple blueprints real quick. So this is kind of the start. I guess the main thing that I would want to say for fires. A basic fire is temporary. Once it burns out, you cannot relight it. A bonfire is absolutely huge. It is taller than you are, the person is in the game. A standing fire is like a torch. A fire pit is probably what you want to build at your base. If you are somewhere else, you might not want a fire pit. Especially not temporary. And it takes leaves, which you get leaves from cutting these. I think you get leaves. Yeah, you get leaves from anything that's leafy, which kind of makes sense. So any of these small thin trees, any bushes that you hit. Figured I refill my sticks. Try to spin around and give me some more sticks. Alright, cool. Full on sticks. I just need rocks. Okay. What? Oh. And I guess I am really hungry because my food meter is at middle. The fire, a quick explanation of that. Whatever item it shows when you press the button at the bottom, which is for me is V, it will put that item in. Now for leaves, it will just extend the life of your fire. If you hit R, you can change the different items. Leaves. Now my problem with this is there's no way to discern between small meat from birds and large meat. I guess for me, there's 2 and 3. I have 2 meats. 2 is the big one. So I put one of those in there. Do never cook more than you need to eat because you cannot remove it from the fire. You will eat it right away when it's done. And don't put something in the fire and run away to do something. It only takes a few minutes. Actually, probably about 60 real world seconds. And if you let it go for like 2 or 3 minutes, it will be burnt. And when you eat it, you will get hardly anything in return as far as nutrition out of it. So, see, it's already ready. You just hold E, and I'm full, completely full, which is kind of where you want to be. Well, that's gonna about do it for this episode. Next time I want to try to expand a bit, build more storage, build more utility structures, possibly build the small cabin out here. So this clearing is going to be my home, And we might have some run-in with some cannibals, hopefully not, but we will see. But I hope you liked the video, and have a great day. Deuces.